Hey there! In this video, we're going to take a look at 3 popular and effective oils for hair growth and stopping hair loss. These oils are rosemary oil, castor oil, and pumpkin seed oil. Let's find out which one really makes the biggest impact. Stick with us. Do oils really help your hair grow, or is it just clever marketing? Today, we'll dive into the research and see if user reviews match the science. What we find might surprise you. So, stick with us till the end of the video, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and support us so we can bring you even better content in the future. The main causes of hair loss are generally divided into 2 categories: androgenic alopecia and non-androgenic alopecia. In non-androgenic alopecia, hair loss is mainly driven by environmental factors, lifestyle, and nutrition. These factors indirectly affect the metabolism of hair follicles, and if not properly managed or balanced, they can disrupt hair growth and lead to hair loss. However, in androgenic alopecia, or hormonal hair loss, hair thinning is primarily influenced by the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. This enzyme converts testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, DHT, which leads to hair loss and thinning. Therefore, in this type of hair loss, strategies to inhibit the activity of 5-alpha reductase are essential to prevent further hair thinning. The most widely approved medications for treating androgenic hair loss include minoxidil and finasteride, which, as you can see in this article, have been shown to be effective in numerous clinical studies. However, these 2 FDA-approved medications have side effects, some of which have been confirmed and listed in a documented list of potential adverse effects. Overall, the methods suggested for treating androgenic hair loss, aside from the 2 FDA-approved medications, include the use of various vitamins and supplements, as well as different formulations and herbal treatments, such as plant-based oils. The focus of our video is to explore the impact of these herbal oils on androgenic hair loss. These herbal oils help promote hair regrowth in 3 ways. The first method is by increasing blood circulation, which supports and strengthens the hair follicles, leading to hair growth and preventing further hair loss. This works similarly to the effect that minoxidil medication has. In the second method, these herbal oils may inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, preventing the formation of dihydrotestosterone, thereby reducing hair loss or thinning. In the third method, these herbal oils help reduce inflammation and support the scalp, creating an optimal environment for the hair follicles. This prevents follicular irritation and inflammation, ultimately reducing hair loss. If we compare the 3 oils, rosemary oil, pumpkin seed oil, and castor oil, based on the number of published studies regarding their effects on hair strengthening, hair loss reduction, and hair regrowth, we can see that rosemary oil has the most published articles in this area. Following that, pumpkin seed oil comes second, and finally, castor oil has significantly fewer studies published compared to the other 2. Now, let's start by looking at the product Rosemary Mint Hair Oil by Meal Organics. The use of rosemary has a long and ancient history. The earliest references to rosemary were found on a clay tablet from the Sumerians, discovered between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. After that, the use of rosemary was confirmed in ancient Egypt. It is found in their tombs and inscriptions where rosemary was utilized. However, the first scientific writings on the use of rosemary in medicine, as well as for skin and hair care, were documented by a scholar named Dioscorides in ancient Greece. According to the article you see, the use of rosemary extract leads to the inhibition of the 5-alpha reductase enzyme and stimulates hair growth in mice. In another study, the effect of rosemary oil was compared to minoxidil for the treatment of androgenic hair loss. As seen in this article, the effect of rosemary oil was found to be similar to that of minoxidil, but with fewer side effects. This is the only article available on the similar effect of rosemary compared to minoxidil. As shown in the image above, it represents the effect of rosemary oil, while the image below shows the effect of 2% minoxidil. One of the most popular products containing rosemary oil is the meal product. In addition to rosemary oil, this product contains peppermint oil, castor oil, biotin, and coconut oil. Now, let's review the experiences of those who have used this product. This product has been rated 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. We will now review the pros and cons mentioned by users in each category. Around 73% of users gave this product a 5-star rating. Let's now take a look at why they gave it such a high rating and what positive points they mentioned. In the first place, they gave it 5 stars for hair regrowth and increased hair thickness. In the second place, for reducing hair loss. And finally, for the pleasant scent of the product. For example, this user, who showed a before and after photo of using the product, clearly demonstrated that they saw results in a short period of time with their hair becoming thicker. The second group, who gave this product 4 out of 5 stars, made up 14% of the users. This group, unlike the 5-star group, mostly gave 1 star less due to the oily texture that the product leaves on their hair, even though they acknowledged the positive effects mentioned by the 5-star users. This user also gave it 4 stars and mentioned that the reason for 1 less star is because it leaves a very oily texture on the hair, and they say it's not suitable for daily use. The 3-star group made up 7%, and the 2-star group made up 2%. Now, let's explore the reasons why these two groups gave lower ratings. The majority of the 3-star group stated that the oil had more of an effect on the appearance of their hair rather than hair regrowth. They also mentioned that their hair became very oily. On the other hand, the 2-star group reported not seeing any noticeable results so far, and some even claimed that it caused hair loss. This user, after mentioning the positive features of the oil, went on to say that it did not have an effect on hair loss, and that they experienced allergic reactions or acne on their scalp. Another user who gave it 2 stars shared their own experience and mentioned that in some areas, it caused hair loss. As for the 1-star group, which made up 4% of all users, let's now see what the reasons for their dissatisfaction were. This group reported experiencing more severe hair loss, and some of them experienced allergic reactions while using this product. This user, by sharing a photo of their hair loss, warned about using this product. But now, let's explore why reports of hair loss and allergic reactions to this product have been so frequently reported. Scientifically, some individuals experience allergic contact dermatitis when using certain products, which can lead to scalp inflammation and follicle irritation, ultimately resulting in hair loss. As seen in this article, several essential oils and extracts that cause these types of allergic reactions are listed, and rosemary is one of them. It can cause allergic reactions in 2 to 5% of individuals. So, what do users recommend for getting the best results with this product? Here are some helpful tips and tricks. Many users have mentioned that since the oil is quite heavy and leaves a greasy feeling on the hair, it's better to do the treatment before washing your hair. Additionally, massaging your hair with the oil helps with better absorption. This is scientifically backed as well. Massaging increases blood circulation. But what warnings did users give for using this oil? Users with oily or fine hair have recommended using this oil in very small amounts. Additionally, to prevent allergic reactions, it's better to mix this oil with other carrier oils like argan or coconut oil. As seen in this article, for the best formula, it's recommended to mix 4 to 5 drops of rosemary oil with a teaspoon of coconut oil and apply it to your hair and scalp. Let's move on to the second popular product, Organic Pumpkin Seed Oil by Cleganic. In a study examining the effect of pumpkin seed oil on hair growth in men for the treatment of androgenic alopecia, it was observed that after 24 weeks of treatment with this oil, the self-rated improvement and self-rated satisfaction were higher in these individuals. As shown in the chart and figure, the use of our treatment with this oil led to increased hair growth in men. In another study, the effects in comparison of pumpkin seed oil with 5% minoxidil were investigated. The study aimed to evaluate the efficacy of both treatments in promoting hair growth and reducing hair loss. After the study, it was found that pumpkin seed oil, like minoxidil, promoted regrowth in some hair follicles, but it was not as effective as 5% minoxidil. Now, let's take a look at the experiences of those who used pumpkin seed oil and see what they had to say about the health of their hair. Users who have used this oil have given it an overall rating of 4.5 out of 5. And next, we will explore the positive and negative aspects mentioned by different groups regarding this product. Around 75% of users have given this oil a 5-star rating. Now, let's find out why these users rated it 5 stars. The first reason they mentioned was strengthening their hair, followed by reducing hair loss. They also appreciated its light texture and fast absorption. Lastly, many users described it as a multi-purpose product for the health of hair, skin, body, and nails, which contributed to its 5-star rating. A user who gave this oil a 5-star rating mentioned that the oil is very smooth, and they noticed a reduction in hair shedding. Additionally, it made their hair look healthier and softer. The group that gave it 4 stars made up 13% of the users. And now let's find out why they gave it 1 star less. The group that gave it 4 stars mentioned that, in addition to the positive points highlighted by the 5-star group, they felt they needed more time to see the effects on hair shedding or regrowth. However, they still acknowledged its benefits for hair health, strengthening, and its multi-purpose qualities. As this user mentioned, they are satisfied with the oil, but it's still too early to tell if it will help with hair regrowth or not. The group that gave this product 3 stars made up 7%, while the group that gave it 2 stars was only 1%. We will now review the reasons why these two groups gave lower ratings. One of the main reasons for dissatisfaction among these users is the smell of the product, while another reason is the poor quality or packaging of the product. As we can see, these two users, whose comments you can see here, pointed out these issues. Finally, we need to understand why the group that gave this product a 1-star rating, representing 4% of the total users, rated it so low. The reasons mentioned by these users include the very unpleasant smell, poor quality, and poor packaging of the product. Additionally, some users complained about the oily texture and the greasy appearance it left on their hair, which led them to give it a 1-star rating. As we can see, one user gave it a 1-star rating due to noticing bubbles inside the product and mentioning its poor quality, while another user pointed out the very unpleasant smell and also gave it a 1-star rating for that reason. When comparing rosemary oil and pumpkin seed oil, each has its own unique benefits. Rosemary oil has proven to be more effective in promoting hair growth, but it is also associated with more reports of allergic reactions. On the other hand, pumpkin seed oil is known for its versatility, as it is beneficial not only for hair, but also for skin, nails, and overall health. However, most reports on pumpkin seed oil focus more on general hair health rather than its impact on hair regrowth or reducing hair loss, which is less frequently mentioned compared to rosemary. One of the drawbacks of pumpkin seed oil is its unpleasant odor, which some users have reported. Let's take a look at Jamaican black castor oil by Sunny Isle. Castor oil is one of the oldest and most well-known plant oils, with a history of use dating back over 4,000 years before Christ. This oil has been found in ancient Egyptian tombs. In fact, it has an even longer history than rosemary oil. The number of studies reporting the effects of castor oil on hair growth is considerably lower compared to the other two oils. However, a study conducted on rabbit hair growth did show promising results. In this study, a cream containing castor oil was used, and it demonstrated the ability to improve hair growth without causing any allergic reactions in the rabbits. Now, let's review the experiences of those who have used this product. About 79% of users gave this product a 5-star rating. Let's take a look at why these users gave such high ratings. In the group that gave the product 5 stars, the most common positive points mentioned were strengthening and improving the condition of the hair, as well as making it softer and shinier. A few users also pointed out that this oil is versatile, benefiting not just the hair, but also the scalp, eyebrows, and even the beard, providing shine and smoothness. Finally, a smaller group mentioned that it helped with hair regrowth. This user mentioned that their hair had become very dry and damaged due to the season. After applying this oil to their hair and scalp, they were satisfied with the results and gave it a 5-star rating. 12% of users gave this product 4 stars instead of 5. Upon looking deeper, the main reason for this slightly lower rating is that despite the many benefits of the oil, some users found it heavy and sticky. Many also mentioned that the color of the oil didn't meet their expectations, and others found the scent a bit too strong or unpleasant. This user posted a photo of their eyebrows and eyelashes and shared positive results, mentioning how the product worked well for them. However, the downside they pointed out was that the oil has a very strong smell, which they described as fishy. About 5% of users gave this oil a 3-star rating, and 1% gave it 2 stars. The reasons these two groups rated the product lower, in addition to the issues already mentioned, include doubts about its effectiveness for hair growth. Some users feel it might not be as effective as the advertisements claim. As you can see in 2 of the comments, users who gave it 2 stars mentioned that the product doesn't work for them or that it has a very strong scent. About 3% of users gave this product a 1-star rating. The main reasons for their dissatisfaction included reports of hair shedding, breakouts, or skin irritation. These issues led to negative experiences, causing them to rate the product lower. As seen in the images and comments from the 1-star reviewers, these users highlighted the negative effects this oil had on their skin and hair. To summarize, let's take a look at the best and worst features of each of these 3 oils and compare them. We should say that the best oil for hair growth, at least based on this video, is rosemary oil. It has shown the most effectiveness in promoting hair regrowth and reducing hair loss. However, users have reported that this oil feels heavy and oily on the hair. It's better to apply it before washing the hair. Additionally, there have been more reports of allergic reactions with this oil compared to the other 2 oils. When it comes to castor oil, it's quite similar to rosemary oil, but with milder effects. This means that its impact on hair growth is less significant compared to rosemary, but at the same time, the risk of negative reactions or allergies is lower with castor oil. It's a good option for those looking for a gentler alternative with fewer potential side effects. If you're looking for a light oil with a pleasant feel, pumpkin seed oil is a great choice. Unlike the other 2 oils, it doesn't show as significant effects on hair growth, but it excels in promoting overall hair health and a healthy appearance. Additionally, it's a versatile product, great for skin, hair, and nails. With a lighter formulation that's suitable for both skin and hair, it's perfect if you're after something that works for multiple purposes. If you have any experience using these products, please feel free to share it with us. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video.